take it home, but no, now it's Autumn Greer, fast break the other way. Here she comes, grade 8 student wearing number 8, she's on the board. And the Lakers strike first in this season opening game between the Lakers and the Keswick Valley Coyotes. Thanks for bearing with us. We are still in early season mode as here come the Coyotes now. It's number 25, Emma Abramov, and that shot from Nevaeh Edwards is blocked. Keswick Valley brought quite the squad here. I believe there are 17 players here. I'm not sure if all of them will play, but there are quite a lot of blue jerseys. We'll see how that plays out as the game goes on. Here's number 12, Gabby Palmer. Again, and shoots. That's taken by the Lakers. Greer looking back to MJ Giggy. Giggy looking across for number 7, Anna Breed, and that goes out of bounds.
At the start of that play, you nearly saw another fast break from Autumn Greer. As we saw in the last game, we saw a lot of fast breaks. It looks like we're going to see a lot in this game too.
Yeah, it is kind of a, maybe not a symptom, but something you see pretty typically in early season basketball, right? Where teams are just getting into the thick of things. Most of them are still in soccer mode, loose these big long passes, and now they've got to do that much more tightly, much more concisely, and it really does open up a lot of opportunities for steals. Here's Edwards bringing it up for the visitors, and number 25, Abramov, has it, and she steps out of bounds. Good work by the eagle-eyed Carter Hanstra, one of our referees for this evening. Charlotte Booker has a great 2 points. Nicely done. As Lakers up 4-0 now with about a minute and a half elapsed in the first quarter. Really putting her grade 7 math skills to use. Trying to drive in there is number 12, Gabby Palmer. It's no good though. Lakers on the rebound. And now here's MJ Giggy using her speed to get by the first defender, but now she's stuck, looks for help. Chloe Cummings comes to the elbow, looking to pass across, but that's just out of reach for Anna Bree. Or was it? No, check that Autumn Greer.
As you were talking about earlier, just early season, you're kind of tired. You're just getting into the hustle, grind mode of, well, basketball really is all about hustle. You know, a lot more of those sports like soccer is more about endurance, but you got to always give it your all in basketball.
Exactly, as here is number 12, Gabby Palmer. And looks like we're going to get a jump ball. Yep, as who's that going down? Autumn Greer, great tenacious play. And it's Lakers getting this one, taking over in the defensive zone. Cummings trying to get by the defender. Sharp defense from the Coyotes, but here's Anna Breed going in unopposed and bounces just out. Autumn Greer on the rebound, contested, and that falls out as well. And here comes Palmer now as Coach Michelle Breed gets ready to change up a couple of her personnel. Over to number 5, Summer Brewer. Got 4 Brewers on the Coyotes squad tonight, and another one coaching. So a lot of Brewers to keep track of, and that's number 5, Summer Brewer, putting 2 on the board. That's the audio input. Like you're not hearing anything. Here's Palmer now, bringing it over the line. 4-2, still in the early going. 4:52 left to play in the first quarter. Palmer, that goes nowhere, and Charlotte Booker has that, although it's contested now, and nice steal by, I believe that's number 5, Summer Brewer. Yep, it is attempting a long pass, but that's out of reach for any friendly hands, as we're going to get a stoppage in play, and a full swap from the Coyotes. Just a couple coming on for the Lakers. Looks like it'll be number 11, Kylie McClune, and number 6, Maggie Charters, checking in for the home side. This will be the first taste of middle school ball for some of these girls, and there's McClune driving up the side, trying to put it in, can't get it, but that was a nice look. As here's Anna Breed hustling back on defense to defend against Summer Brewer. Only scorer for the Coyotes so far. Greer trying to reach in, but it's pulled away by number 8, Elizabeth Tattersall. Now Dale Brewer has it. And that pass out of bounds, and here's Charters. Number 6, Maggie Charters, but it's poked away by the defender. Good work there by, I believe that's number 9, Hayden Morehouse. Whistle now as Charters looks to put the ball in. She finds Anna Breed, and that's good for 2. Great set play from the Lakers. They go up 6-2.
I don't know what play they're using in the inbound pass, but it seems they have them all lined up, and then one creeps away, and they find them wide open, and that's exactly what they pulled off there.
Yeah, it looks like a stack to me. They'll kind of stack up in a line. It is a good play because it gets the defenders bunched up too. You can take advantage of some confusion. As Autumn Greer gets another one. Lakers starting to pull away as we're 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. So we're still getting the scoreboard up, but big thanks to Kevin Sheffers-Roy and Michael Breed working behind the scenes as player goes down. MJ Giggy is there to capitalize, and she puts up 2. Nice work from the young player. I believe MJ is in grade 6. This is a pretty young squad for the Lakers. As here's number 3, Brooke Brewer, bringing it over the line. Looks to drive in, has a lane, but stuck behind the net now. She's got to pass it out. Number 7, Jenna Gracie is there, but good defense from Charters. And now we've got a jump ball. As we'll get some substitutions. Looks like it's number 1, Addie Short, number 12, Jerilee Albert, and actually, no, I think we got a timeout here. We'll watch the scorer's table. It is a timeout from Keswick Valley.
Oh, yeah, the Harvey High School Stream team would like to thank our premium sponsors, Excel Manufacturing, Harvey High Helpers, Harvey Insurance, the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs, and RSEI Consultants Ltd. Our sponsors help us to improve the viewing experience and get more students involved in these streams. We have multiple levels available and accept sponsorships from groups and individuals. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, please check the video description for our contact information. If you'd like to become a sponsor, please check the video description for our contact information.
Yeah, thanks so much to those sponsors, and we got a few more as well you'll see as the slideshow goes on. And we should shout out as well our minor officials tonight. Holly Henry is working the scoreboard. I believe Heath Henry, there's 4 people down there and only 3 rolls, so I'm not sure who's doing what. Heath may just be keeping an eye on everything, supervising, but he's coming off a great performance in the previous game, the 5 o'clock game, middle school boys versus Macadam Warriors. If you didn't get a chance to check that out, I would highly recommend you do so. Heath had a great game, setting a career high in points with lots of steals. Sitting beside him, Mr. Mike Fletcher, our athletic director, working the shot clock, and I believe that's Maddie Giggy in grade 8, but not playing for the middle school girls this year. She's actually been called up to the high school team, which is a great honor for a grade 8 player. So she's down there keeping an eye on her friends and working the score sheet at the same time. McAloon looking to put the ball in, but I think we're going to get the substitution. Yep, they just arranged all the numbers right as we were getting set. So we'll let the Coyotes make that swap. They got lots of girls. It's a big bench to manage, so they're going to have lots of players cycling in, and Lakers take advantage of that as well. Number 13, Taya Nevers, has checked into the game. McClune looking for help. She's got Albert in a jump ball situation there. Good work by both her and number 4, Avery McCarthy of the Coyotes, getting in and dusting it up. And that's off the fingers of the Lakers, so Coyotes take over in the offensive zone. It's, I think that's number 12, Gabby Palmer. Yep, calling a play as she gets some movement. Nice work by Summer Brewer to get open. Back to Palmer, circling around, never staying with her for defense, and now passed off to Short as both girls go down, and got a whistle there as, short goes down a little hard, and I think she's hit her head there, so.
Yeah, it seems like you could hear the head hit against the
Yeah, it's
floor.
a hardwood floor, and you want to make sure everyone's okay when you're hitting your head there. But she's getting up, walking off on her own power, which is good to see. Head coach Michelle Breed coming out there. Part of a big coaching staff for the middle school girls this year. Michelle Breed, the head coach, Kim Giggy and Nicole McGillicuddy doing assistant coach duty, and Elise Marchesano is helping out as both a manager and a red shirt during practice. Although it looks like a few of the other girls, I know they did have a JV squad this year. There might be one or two other girls down there as well, just kind of as some bench support and helping out to fill out practice as well. Here we are, back to the action, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Grace Palmer keeps it alive, but, pass is taken by McCarthy. McCarthy, really nice stutter step there to get the angle and put up another couple points.
I really don't know how they kept it in there. That was ridiculous balance there.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Palmer did go down, but she managed to get the pass off before she did, so excellent athleticism from the Coyotes.
Looks like they're doing the same play as they normally do on those inbound passes.
Yep. They're calling the stack, and I think they kind of peel off one by one is the idea, and if the first one's not open, the next one goes. Good patience from Albert to wait for her teammate to get open. Looks like it's Breed putting in, and Lakers spreading out a bit more. Good work off these set plays. For a lot of the girls, they didn't play the middle school varsity level last year. So you see them, they've adapted well as Chloe Cummings puts that up. She's the 5th Laker to score. Really spreading the ball around as they're up 12-4 here with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Summer Brewer looking to respond. That goes over. Rebound secured by Aubrey Shaw. Shaw looking around, looks to pass to Palmer, but it will go out of bounds. Got the whistle here. Palmer looking again, seems to be one of the primary ball handlers, looking for her favorite target, Summer Brewer. Brewer dribbling around, doesn't see anything. Good defense from Nevers. That ball just over the hands of Palmer, hustling back and let it go. I think she might have forgotten that if the Lakers get there first, it's a live ball. Albert was trying to hustle back, but just couldn't keep it in bounds. Lakers take over, though, in the offensive zone. Here's Anna Breed looking for some movement as we see a pick set there, and Greer getting open for the shot along the baseline. That's no good. Palmer takes over now, and long pass. Looking up for McCarthy. Threads the needle there. Nicely done. But the Coyotes can't finish, and now we've got a bit of a wrestling match for the ball. Cummings going up against Shaw, I believe. And it's the Lakers' turn on this one. Here's Anna Breed again looking for the ball. Coyotes with a nice press, and it pays off. Shaw taking the ball away. Looking to turn. Cummings staying with her on defense. Ball falls short, but number 4 McCarthy is there. And now we got a whistle. Not quite sure what the infraction was, but the Lakers are the beneficiaries. As I think we're gonna let the substitutions happen. Thanks. Our cameraman Silas Whitehall noticed that one of the Coyotes' feet stepped out of bounds when they had the ball, so that explains the turnover. Big thanks to Silas Whitehall as well as Rebecca Astle working our 2 cameras up here in the skybox. Michael Breed and Kevin Sheffers-Roy working hard behind the scenes. We're going to try to get you a scoreboard for at least the second half of this game. We're not sure if we can, but big thanks to both of them, as well as Hunter Kaluski joining me on the headset.
Yeah. Pleasure to be here.
Palmer dribbling around now. Back outside to Shaw. Shaw turns and shoots from just inside the key. That's no good, and Autumn Greer secures the rebound. Here she comes up the right flank. Greer looking to get by the defender. Has a lot of blue jerseys near her, but if she can make a long pass. Lakers spreading out well along the circle. Here's number 2, Giggy. In a battle now, but she maintains possession, looking inside for Greer. Greer has a pass open to Breed, but doesn't quite see it, hangs on, and now it's stolen away by number 23, Peyton Daggle.
You saw a lot of physicality in that play there.
Yeah, neither one of these teams too afraid to really kind of dust it up.
They're just trying to get into the post, it seems, to get those layups. But you always have like 5 people. There's like, in middle school, they tend to bunch up by the post.
They do, which is why I think that Michelle Breed really liked having her girls spread out on offense there. You kind of saw it on the earlier play. I think it was Breed with the ball in the corner, and she had drawn a lot, or maybe it was Gigi drawn a lot to her, but the rest of the team staying spread out around the circle. If you can really sharpen up your passing and make those quick passes, it opens up some offensive opportunities. I think you'll see the senior girls, and maybe just most senior teams, they can really swing it out quickly around the circle.
Yeah, that's one of the things. There's quite a bit of a gap between middle school and high school in like many regards, physicality, just general like shot ability. The net heights are really different too. You have a lot more aerial battles, especially in senior boys, as I've seen.
Yep. The middle school battles tend to happen a little closer to the ground, as we're seeing right now. But after 8 minutes, it's still not out of hand. The Lakers are up 12-4, certainly in the lead. But the game is certainly still within reach for the visiting Keswick Valley Coyotes. We'll take... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, what seems to have happened was like, it was really fast start, both sides. It was, Harvey got a lot of fast breaks. Just a lot of play at the start, but then it seemed to have slowed down. The defense really got it together and started really just locking in on the game, getting the stops that they needed, and now it seems to be a bit more of a slower paced game.
Yeah, I think you're right, Hunter, and a lot of that, we have to remember, this is the first game of the season, and it's early in the season. A lot of these girls would have just been at tryouts 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, November 5th today. I was expecting it to start quite a bit later for middle school, at least. I was expecting senior to start before middle school.
Yeah, usually it does. I think we've just had some early home games this season. I think athletic director Fletcher was telling me it's about a week earlier than it usually is for middle school. Thanks again so much. And here come the Lakers to start the second quarter. Change in personnel, we've got number 11, Kylie McClune, number 4, Charlotte Booker, number 2, MJ Giggy, number 10, Chloe Cummings, and number 13, Taya Nevers. Lakers have it in the offensive zone. Here's Cummings, looks around, finds Booker. Booker shoots and scores. Charlotte Booker, I believe, the only grade 7 player who was on the varsity team last year as a grade 6. So one of the few girls with experience. Cummings in grade 8 was on the team last year as well. The other 3 girls were not. I believe they're all in grade 6. Here's McClune. Coming up the sideline, she beats her girl, but can't quite crest the net there on the layup. So here are the Coyotes. And Brooke Brewer has it, brings it over the line. Tries to get past her girl, now double teamed as Giggy tries to reach in. Nevers providing some defense as well. Stuck inside, so she has to pass it out to Tattersall. Tattersall circling around, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Number 17, Brooklyn Brownlow has it. Gets it over to Pugh, and that's the shot clock violation. Great defense from the Lakers.
Exactly. The defense was strong. They weren't letting off any easy shots, and I think they just didn't have the time to get the shot off. I think the shot clock in middle school is 30 seconds.
It's a long one for sure. 24 is the standard in high school, but I believe, it's about 30 for the middle school level. So even more impressive on the side of the Lakers. 14-6 your score now, as we're about 5:30 left to play in the second quarter. Cummings over to Brooke Brewer. Brewer finding a lane on the outside, and she's going to draw a foul there, I believe. That's Taya Nevers, the guilty party. Pretty clean game for the first game of the season. Really the first shooting foul, and I think this is the first foul of the game, eh? It's going to send number 3, Brooke Brewer, to the line. As we mentioned, a lot of Brewers on this Keswick Valley Coyotes squad. And that goes in. Nice work, making the Lakers pay for the infraction. There's one with a chance for one more. McClune and Booker looking to contest the rebound here. Brooke Brewer puts it up, and it's good. Nice couple of points there as Keswick Valley pulls to within 6. It's a 2-possession game. As Nevers shoots it, and it's good. Nice work by Taya Nevers, 6th girl to score for the Lakers this evening. And it's Brooke Brewer again. Just got 2 from the line. We'll see if she can add to her total. Brewer spinning around at the line. Nevers with her. Doesn't quite get a shot, but passes it off to a teammate. Here's Pugh now. Pugh with the long shot. That won't reach the net. This one goes up, and now it's Tattersall coming in to get it. Ripping it away, but not quite in time. That's a jump ball.
We've seen a really physical game today. As we saw in the middle school boys game, it was more a passing game. A lot of interceptions from the boys there in that game, but this game seems to be more physical. They're trying to get the ball through physical means, not so much of a playmaking means.
Yeah, definitely is. There 5:49 left to play. 16-8 is your score in favor of the green and gold. Number 25, Emma Abranov. Over to number 2, Nevaeh Edwards, but guilty of a double dribble there. As referee Hanstra has that, and Coach Lori Palmer reminding the girls to find their mark on defense. And that's tipped off nicely. Summer Brewer getting vertical to tip off the pass and disrupt the attack. Lakers still have possession, but Jerry Albert was behind her. Could have been a dangerous play. So nice work by Brewer. Here's Greer looking in, can't quite get a clean shot off, and that falls short. Coyotes have the rebound. Edwards bringing it just over the line, looking to pass in, but it's picked off. Maggie Charters has that now. Charters up to short. Good to see her back on the court. Over to Albert now. Albert from the foul line and just rolls out. Nice work by Anna Breed coming in to secure the rebound. Breed, veteran presence on this team, grade 8 student, gets it to her teammate Greer. Greer on her own rebound, and that's good for 2. Great offensive sequence from the Lakers there.
Yeah, you really saw a lot of passing, and they found most often they found someone open to get the shot up, and after a couple shots they managed to get it in.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of thing that Coach Breed wants to see out of her girls. Again, this is the first game of the season, so we're expecting a little rust, but that was a nice possession for the Lakers for sure.
I'm sure it'll pick up over the season. You're going to see a lot less fast breaks, a lot more of a controlled defense, a lot more better passes, and just overall better skill later in the season too.
For sure, there's a lot of growth that happens at the middle school level, which is really cool to see kind of from the beginning to the end of the season, and looking forward to that, a good season of growth, and hopefully some success for these Harvey Lakers as well. Here's Gabby Palmer bringing the ball up over the line. Her offense gets set, but it's poked away by Greer, not over and back, but that eats up some valuable seconds off the shot clock. It doesn't matter though, as Summer Brewer puts away 2 more points. 18-10 now with 4:13 left to play in the second quarter. Oh, nice move by Greer. Almost got by the defender, but good poke out by Summer Brewer to disrupt her flow. And Lakers don't get a good shot. Now it's the Coyotes again. Albert looking for the steal, and she has it. Can she make the pass? Stood up at the line and jump ball.
I mean, how many jump balls have we seen this game? We've seen so
quite a few, yeah, especially when you're right compared to the boys game we saw earlier. It was a lot more of a spread out long range game as MJ Giggy checks in for Jerry Albert.
We have still a little bit of time in the second quarter. Looks like 3 minutes.
Yeah, we're just past the halfway mark as coaches Palmer and Brewer for the Coyotes decide to take advantage of some fresh legs. As we mentioned, quite a long bench. When they all sit down, we'll get a full count. I believe they have 16 or 17 girls here tonight. Lakers with 10 who are dressed. Greer over to Breed. Breed back inside to Greer. Nice move. Good patience by Greer too, but doesn't like her shot, so gets it over to Giggy. Great unselfish play by Autumn Greer under the net, and good finish by the grade 6 player, MJ Giggy.
One of the advantages we might see from this big squad from the Keswick Valley Coyotes is they're going to have a lot of people who are more rested.
Silas Whitehall has done a count. It is 17 players in blue jerseys tonight for the Keswick Valley Coyotes.
I didn't even know you could get a roster that high.
Yeah, we have room for 14, and that's usually the upper limit. I think once before I've had to write like an additional player, a 15th player, but that's, yeah, 17 is big. Hats off to the Coyote staff, though. That can be hard to manage minutes and whatnot, but I really commend those coaches, Lori Palmer and Christy Brewer, for committing to allow all 17 of these girls to play basketball this season, because that's what the middle school level's all about. So good work for them. I'm glad all these girls have a chance to play this season, and good luck to them, just not when they're playing the Lakers. Greer puts it up, and that's finally good. With those 8 points, she is your leading scorer for the night.
That was a really odd shot. It was like bobbled at the top and net.
It was high. I actually wondered if it would be a dead ball. It almost touched the rigging holding up the net, but it didn't, and fell in just perfectly for fans of the green and gold. Passed out to Brooke Brewer. Brewer looking to drive in. Greer providing defense, and Brewer with the turn and shoot. It's no good, but nice secure of the rebound from number 9, Hayden Morehouse. Driving up the middle now. Brewer has her own rebound. It's no good. And now it's Morehouse putting it away on the second attempt. Good tenacity from the Coyotes.
It seems like a packed out house tonight for the Lakers, really. You hear, like, I don't know if y'all have heard this, but the horn.
Yeah.
And I was walking up here and I just saw bleachers full of people.
Yeah, definitely an exciting time, the first game of the season, but nice to see a lot of fan support. Makes it an exciting game, and for the visitors too, gives you a little extra impetus.
Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure we're getting new bleachers here around January.
That's a good call. I believe we are. Big thanks to the Harvey High Helpers. They're one of the sponsors you'll see with their logo rotating through, and they've done an awesome job fundraising over the past few years at the canteens, running other exterior events. They brought in a magician. They do fundraisers all year round, and they finally raised enough money to bring in a new set of bleachers. So yeah, I think you're right around Christmas, over the break,
and
they're getting installed.
Bar bingo too.
They do. That's right. And those are pretty successful from what I hear. Palmer trying to poke it out, and no, it is still the Coyotes who maintain possession. Aubrey Shaw. And Coyotes trying a bit of a modified stack now, but instead of going out all at one at a time, they're running out all at once. Palmer has it. Driving in, Breed trying to provide some defense, and she does. Nice work, secures the rebound. And here she comes quickly. Passes over to Greer, and it's good for 2. Autumn Greer in double digits.
She's had a lot of great plays. They've managed to find her open on a lot of plays. They've managed to get her on some fast breaks. Really a lot of layups. She's played great tonight.
Yeah, great game from those veteran players of the Lakers, really setting the tone nicely. Not quite running away with it like the middle school boys did, but this is still a great opening season game for the middle school girls. Cummings across the way to Greer. Greer shooting, and it's good again. The hot hand, 12 out of 26 Lakers points, almost half of their scoring. But some great assists there, that time from Cummings, earlier from Breed. There's number 4, Avery McCarthy looking inside, but Charlotte Booker grabs it away. Nice work by Booker. She's got some help up. Tries for the long pass, but it's picked off by McCarthy. And now it's the Coyotes coming the other way. Aubrey Shaw looks for the shot. It's no good. And here's Cummings now. She's got no one in front of her. Clear sky, shoots, and it's good. Textbook layup there from Chloe Cummings. Palmer picked off by Greer now. Greer just one mark to beat, and she does.
That's another interception into a quick play from her.
Yeah. Lakers really starting to come on now as momentum builds, and they're pulling away. 30-12 is the score in the dying seconds of the second quarter. Can they get a shot off? And they will not. So after 2 quarters of play, Harvey 30, Keswick Valley 12. as we'll take a quick break now. And I think we're actually going to play a short ad for you that was recorded last year for one of our longtime sponsors, Scott Pierce. We'll cut to that now.
Harvey takes the lead with 9 seconds left. This game isn't over just yet. Luke with the rebound. 6 seconds left. Now 5, 4, 3. He goes in. Ryan down. Stop.
Dad, I think it's time I get my own house.
Once again, the Harvey High School stream team would like to thank our premium sponsors, Excel Manufacturing, Harvey High Helpers, who we were talking about earlier with the bleachers, Harvey Insurance, the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs, and RSEI Consultants Ltd. Our sponsors help us to improve the viewing experience and get more students involved in these streams. There are multiple levels available and accept sponsorships from groups and individuals. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, please check the video description for our contact information. Once again, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, please check the video description for our contact information. And it looks like we're just approaching the end of the half.
Yeah, and a huge thanks to Michael Breed and Kevin Sheffers-Roy working behind the scenes. I think they may have gotten our scoreboard up. We're just putting some final touches on it as Michael is bringing the updated score to you as we're starting the second half, but I think we got a live scoreboard. Love to see it. And we're going to get that on the screen once the play starts. And we should give a shout out once again to our minor officials. We have a little swap up behind the table there. Holly Henry is still working the scoreboard. Maddie Giggy still working the score sheet. I can't tell Heath Henry and it's another player. I think it's either Connor Pepin or maybe Thomas Williams back there. But either way, big thanks to all those players who volunteer their time with the minor officiating crew. Here's number 3, Brooke Brewer. And she'll put it up, and it's the Coyotes striking first, turning the tables a little bit. Number 3, Brooke Brewer adding to her couple of foul shots. Autumn Greer had a great scoring streak at the end of that second quarter. And that's a jump ball. Lakers take over in the offensive zone. Breed looking around we have that stack again. Nice work by Booker to get open. Had a decent shot, just couldn't finish, and now the Coyotes take over.
We've seen it many times with the stack. This time it doesn't manage to work out, but I think it's a really good play for those inbound passes.
It is for sure, especially at the middle school level. If you can get defenders bunched up and cause some confusion, then you can often take advantage of that. Giggy takes over in her own zone. Smart pass up to Greer. It's a 2-on-0. Greer coming in, and she's good for 2. Great work by Autumn Greer, picking up exactly where she left off. Brooke Brewer trying to get those points back now. As you can see on our scoreboard there, big thanks to Michael Breed. Lakers up by 18. Shaw looking around. Breed trying to get in there, but Shaw comes away with it. Ball comes away a little short, but it's kept alive by Brewer, unfortunately. It's the Lakers taking over. Nice long pass up to Giggy. Giggy all alone, and it's just not quite going to go in. Just a little too much mustard on that one. McCarthy battling on the ground with Booker, but that's a travel as she plays it from the ground. Both players really dove for that one, Booker and McCarthy, the 2 number 4s. Giggy now, nice work, gets in past McCarthy, and she draws a foul.
Well, we saw at the end of that first half the less and less fast breaks, but now it seems like we're picking back up.
Yeah, players with a lot of energy possibly coming out of the halftime break. And it's MJ Giggy at the line. First attempts from any Laker player this afternoon. First shot is in. Nice work by MJ Giggy, grade 6 player. That's one thing that doesn't change. The foul line stays where it is, whether you're in grade 6 or grade 12. So that's a tough shot for some of these younger players.
Pretty sure for in like grade school, like when you're in the younger grades, they put a line of tape where it's supposed to be for when you're in elementary school. So
that
maybe
makes sense.
Some of these rookies for the middle school squad maybe won't be used to that sort of foul shot. So I don't know, that's just something to keep your eye out. Maybe we could see a higher free throw miss from rookies. Not so much that they're not as good, just as attributed to them not having as much experience from that area of shot.
Exactly. It's November 5th, right? We're still getting used to those lines and adjusting to all the new nuances of the middle school level. Ball out of bounds now, and it's Grace Palmer putting the ball in. Gabby Palmer, rather. Gets it up and over to, I believe that's number 13, Ryland Parkinson. Tries to get it away, but Anna Breed on it. Breed up to Giggy. Giggy has Booker across the way, sends it, and just bounces out. And now it's Pugh coming up the left flank. Slows things down to try to get a good shot. It falls short.
Well,
and
it
will
looks
be
like
Lakers
there's some
ball.
new players for the Coyote squad, that might be one of the attributing factors to why they've gotten a little bit more energy this half, it seems.
Yeah, they definitely have the longer bench, so in terms of staying fresh, they will have the advantage there. The flip side to that is it can be hard to get a rhythm going, especially if there's 17 of you. It's an odd number. You're rarely going to be playing with the same 5-girl squad the whole time, so there can be issues with chemistry developing. You don't have quite as much time to get into a rhythm, so advantages and disadvantages to the long bench.
Yeah. Oh, looks like we have some foul shots here.
Yeah, I didn't quite see the call, but it is number 12, Gabby Palmer, going to the line. Looks like Anna Breed is the guilty party. Her name is up, or number rather, is up on the scoreboard. Big thanks to Holly Henry, keeping her head in the game better than we are down here. Palmer's first shot is up. That rolls around, but it's no good. Second attempt now is Greer and Breed. Get ready to contest this rebound. Up. And it bounces out. Greer takes that handily. Passes up to Giggy, and it's almost a 2-on-0. Dribbled a little high, though, and the pass for Nevers is out of reach.
I think maybe this energy from the Coyote squad has maybe thrown off the Lakers a little bit on their fast breaks.
Yeah,
we've seen a lot of hustle from the Coyotes.
They have come out well. It's actually tied here in the third quarter. Lakers came in with a 30-12 lead. Both teams scoring 3. And here's Palmer. Dribbling around. Breed staying with her, trying to deny her the box. Shot goes over the net, and Greer takes over. It's a 3-on-0. Greer slowing down to set up, and it's good. Just hasn't missed all night. That's 18 points now for the grade 8 player wearing number 8, Autumn Greer, as we get a whistle. I'm not sure what the call is there. I think Gigi a little too aggressive on defense there.
One thing I've noticed throughout this game is the lack of three-point shots, and you don't typically see these in middle school, but I think a great idea for both teams is there's so many defenders bunched up in the key. I think at this point, you might as well just find someone, a good shooter, that's outside the 3, let him have a shot, because 3 points can really change the course of the game.
It really can. If you're the Coyotes looking to get back into this thing, right? You get a couple 3-pointers, and that can really accelerate the comeback. On the other hand, the Lakers, you want to pull away. Those 3-pointers can really be a dagger. So, yeah, if they can swing it out quickly, get an uncontested 3-pointer, they might be doing okay. And there's Brooke Brewer with another couple of points. I believe she is the leading scorer for the Coyotes. I missed 2 points earlier in the first quarter, so I'm not 100% sure. But she's either the leading or tied for the lead. As here comes number 5, Summer Brewer. 4 points to her name. And that's taken away by Greer. Rolling around and gets it to Nevers. Nevers contesting it now is Summer Brewer reaching in. She's going to create that jump ball. And it's number 3, Brooke Brewer with the put-in for the Coyotes. Gets it over to Summer Brewer. They must be twins, eh? Looking at them on the court.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
I hadn't seen them side by side until just then, but yeah, those two are, without a doubt, blood relatives.
Same glasses and everything, too.
Yep, same hairstyle. Number 3 and number 5. Here's Addie Short coming up the flank. Gets that out to Anna Breed. Breed with the shot. It's no good, but Greer has the rebound. Greer now, and that just pops out. Nice work to secure her own rebound, though. Rips it away. Third try. Addie Short under the net. Passing out to Giggy. Swung over to Breed. Breed just inside the 3-point line. It'll bounce out, and finally the Coyotes have it. Here's Brooke Brewer driving up, circling back inside now, and shot is no good, but the Coyotes still have it. It's number 9, Morehouse, looking to get it by the double team, and she does. Brooke Brewer slowing things down. Oh, check that, Summer Brewer slowing things down. Shot falls just a little short.
You know that last play by the Lakers, that's pretty much what I was talking about earlier. You have a bunch of people bunched up in the post, you pass it out. Even though it didn't work that time, it nearly did. If they just pass it out beyond the arc enough, they're bound to get some in.
And Lakers can't really afford to take their foot off the gas right now either. They're actually trailing in this quarter 7-5.
It's shocking because you saw a really dominant start from them.
You did, yeah. They might be taking their foot off the gas. It might be the Coyotes kind of waking up and finally finding their rhythm after a bit of a tough first half. It is early in the season, so it will take a while for these teams to get back in the swing of things. But either way, could have an exciting fourth quarter coming up. Here's Brooke Brewer up the right flank. Shooting from mid-range, it bounces out, but Morehouse has the rebound. Short reaching in, and we've got a jump ball now. As Lakers will be the beneficiaries. They take over in the defensive zone. Here's Addie Short. Gets by the first defender, stood up by another one, and guilty of the over and back. Oh, that's tough. Nice
I've seen a lot of
defense
these at the middle school level, the over and back. I'm not sure. It could just be like the first season. You know, you're still getting adjusted to the game, really.
Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with the elementary level, but it may not be a thing in elementary school, right? Like, there are always new rules being introduced as you gain up in kind of the age group and the difficulty, so it might be new for some of these players.
And having, like, a squad that's primarily, like, grade 6, they're just, like, I know a lot of these girls probably played in that grade school level mini ball. And that was just, I think in the fall they were doing that for here. So yeah, I think that might be attributed to some of the violations here. Just having a younger squad, maybe not entirely used to the rules.
Yeah. Now, all the new players may not be in grade 6. I'm fairly certain they are because I haven't seen them around, or didn't see them around last year, and I recognize some of the last names, so I don't think they're new families. But by my count, 5 of the 10 players on the middle school girls roster are grade 6 players. Here's number 7, Jenna Grace, bouncing it out. Maggie Charter's getting in there, and she comes away with it, but no. Oh, spoke too soon. Elizabeth Tattersall stays with it. Good tenacity from both girls there, as we'll get another jump ball. Man, I'm sure the refs are keeping track, but it seems like every time there's a jump ball, the Lakers seem to come away with it. As referee shows Addie Short exactly where to stand. One of those 5 grade 6 players we were mentioning. Here's one of the savvy veterans, number 10, Chloe Cummings, and that's good for 2.
I think the Lakers are gaining their footing again when the Coyotes almost caught up to them there. It was a close game, that's for sure. It's getting closer, but I think the Lakers are going to pull away with it here.
If they keep playing the way they have been, they should be able to, although Coyotes are coming on strong.
And that's probably attributed to the fact that they have a lot of these new players off the bench coming on. That's a lot of new faces on the court. And when you have a 17-girl squad, I don't know what everyone's going to be rested, really.
Yeah. That is an advantage for sure, as we see an interception here by Elizabeth Tattersall. Passed over to Nevaeh Edwards, and that's good for 2. Coyotes bench loving that, and I think I'm hearing some Coyotes parents down in the stands as well. So nice that some supporters made the trip from Keswick Valley. Welcome to all the viewers, whether you're a fan of the green and gold, the blue and whites, or just basketball. Thanks for tuning in. Foul here. Not quite sure which defender it was. Number 6 possibly, or 16? 16, I believe. Yep, that is indeed Graylin Brewer with the infraction. Oh, check that. Nope. Graylin Brewer is number 6. It's Aubrey Shaw, number 16. As she sends Jerilee Albert to the line. First attempt for Albert. And ball falls just short. Lakers now 2 for 3 from the line for the evening. As Albert tries to put another one up. That one bounces out and comes all the way to number 23. Peyton Daigle wasn't even on the line, but she came away with the rebound. Stolen away by Albert, though. Good aggressive play, and here she comes up the sideline, streaking through, but that falls just a little short. And speaking of short, Addie Short there, ripping the ball away.
as we're getting late into the third, I think everyone's hungry for these points here. I've seen a lot more fast plays, a lot more aggression on the ball, and hustle overall from both teams late into this third quarter.
Here's Tattersall bringing the ball over the line. Turning and finding number 16, Aubrey Shaw. Shaw turning back to Edwards. Edwards at the top of the circle, and that ball picked away. Charters has it. Now it's Addie Short. It's a 2-on-0. Addie Short comes up, and it's just no good. Chloe Cummings on the rebound. Still out. Short has it. Third time's the charm. Addie Short. She's on the board.
One thing we see at middle school level and just in general is a lot of second or even third chance points.
Yeah, that was great tenacity by Short. Her first attempt didn't go. Second attempt from a teammate wasn't there, but she didn't give up. She stuck with it. Even though she was smaller than some of those girls in blue jerseys she was fighting with, still stayed under there, under the net, and managed to get the points. Great tenacity from the grade 6 player. Here's Shirley Albert coming up the sideline, and that just falls out. Maggie Charters on the follow-up. It's no good. Short again. Still out. Lakers. Great work in the paint, getting the rebound, but here's Nevaeh Edwards now. And, just a stutter step. I wondered if that was going to get called. I think she just stepped over and back on the line there. Tough break.
Very little time left in the third. I think both teams are going to really fight to get a point here, so we should see a lot of aggression and a lot of hustle.
Yep, either way, you'd love to come out of this, not that you go to the locker rooms between the quarters, but with that little bit of momentum there. As we're going to get an over. Oh, no, not over and back. It was tipped. Here's McAloon. 3 seconds left. Can they get a shot away? Short! And that just won't go. As we finish that quarter, Lakers 39, Keswick Valley 21. So both teams put up 9 points on that quarter.
And the Harvey High School stream team would once again like to thank our premium sponsors, Excel Manufacturing, the Harvey High Helpers, Harvey Insurance, the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs, and RSEI Consultants Ltd. Our sponsors help us to improve the viewing experience and get more students involved in these streams. We have multiple levels available and accept sponsorships from groups and individuals. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, please check the video description for our contact information. Once again, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, please check the description of the video for our contact information.
And speaking of those getting new students involved in the stream, big thanks to you, Hunter, for hopping on the headset in your first game of what is hopefully a long, illustrious career behind the microphone. We really appreciate you jumping on board this year. Big thanks to Rebecca Astle as well, who had to leave but was helping us out earlier this game and with the previous game, working some of the camera and hopping on headset as we're getting some new folks. It's the beginning of the season for us as well up here in the Skybox, so we're getting some new students acclimated to all the different roles. If you are a student at Harvey High interested in joining the stream team, it's not too late. We'd love to have you, so just come find me, Mr. White. You probably know what I look like and how to find me. There's Summer Brewer. 2 points as the Coyotes again strike first. That's at least 8 points for Summer Brewer. And Autumn Greer looking to respond. She's got a couple of defenders, and reaching in is number 6, Graylin Brewer. Nice tenacity from the Coyotes, disrupting the offensive chance. Lakers line up in their stack. They start to move out, and it's MJ Giggy with that ball. Pass just over the feet of Anna Breed. Hustles back to deny the quick break to the Coyotes. Good heads-up play from the veteran. It'll be Gabby Palmer putting the ball in for the visitors. They trail by 16. Not an insurmountable lead, but Lakers in the driver's seat. Let's see if they can pile on some points and secure this thing. Breed reaching in, rips it away. Nice work by Breed. And she's up the sideline. Good hustle back from Summer Brewer. Denying her an easy shot, has to pass it out to Greer. Greer stood up outside the key. Pass misfires, and it's taken away by McCarthy now. McCarthy trying to come up the left flank, but MJ Giggy is there. Giggy now Up the right flank, passing across to Greer. Greer puts it up. Just no good. Good patience from Greer, baiting the defender into a jump. Still can't quite finish it off. Anna Breed from long range, it's no good. Brooke Brewer has it. Passes to her sister, Summer. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Her twin sister, Summer. It's got to be.
It has to be. I cannot see a difference.
Yeah. Has ball off the foot of Charlotte Booker.
Must be tough to commentate you.
Thankfully, they have numbers. Yeah, if they didn't, we'd be in trouble. There's Summer. Summer Brewer circling around. Doesn't quite get in the paint, turns and shoots. Good defense from Charlotte Booker and almost keeps it alive. But that goes out of bounds. Must be too focused on her grade 7 math homework. As looks like Gabby Palmer is actually going to check off. I think this is one of the first times we've seen the Coyotes do just a single substitution. Usually they do a full lineup.
Well, it seems like number 12 has been on for a lot of the game. Number 12, Gabby Palmer.
Yes.
Seems to have been on for a lot of the game, so maybe they're giving her a rest.
Definitely one of their leaders, and yeah, player management gets important here towards the fourth quarter.
And even Summer Brewer, it seems, has been on for a while too.
Yep. Both the Brewer twins, I would say, Brooke Summer and Gabby Palmer, the three of them have been on the court. Not always all three at the same time, but they've all had significant minutes. And if you want a chance at coming back in this game, I think those three are three of the strongest players on the Coyotes. You're going to want them rested at 100%.
Well, that's the one thing about middle school. Pretty sure it's equal playing time, so you're going to want your good players off and on separately.
Yeah, it is tough, and Lakers have done well kind of balancing things out. Although a lot of strong players, even some of the grade 6 players, very strong so far here in the early going of the middle school career.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like you really get excited for it when you're going into middle school. You're playing academic sports. It's really like a big chance to prove yourself, and then you go on to high school, maybe even collegiate sports.
It is a stepping stone, right? You got to start somewhere, and there's a lot of development that happens at this age.
Exactly. That's why I think there's equal playing time, because you're trying to develop them for, well, their high school career. That's 4 years of high school. That's a really important time. That's really focused on. But middle school is very important for your development. Very, very important. It's one of the only ways to get on high school teams is if you played in middle school.
Yep. And speaking of high school, for fans of the Green and Gold, you're going to want to tune in this Friday and Saturday. The Harvey Senior girls will begin their defense of the Harbor Station crown. They are the single A senior girls defending champions, and they will start that defense of their title with their tip-off tournament. That's this Friday and Saturday. If you can come on down to the David McMullen Gymnasium, the games start at 1 p.m. on Friday, go all the way through. Last game starts at, I believe, around 8 on Friday, and then they pick up again 10 a.m. on Saturday. The last game of that tournament starts at 5. You're going to have some real powerhouses there. The runners-up, the silver medalists from Southern Victoria, the Eastern champions, Northeastern champions, Petticodiac, AA team, the Colton North Stars, and the FCA Eagles, a strong up-and-coming squad. So it should be 5 great teams and a good weekend of basketball. And as you were saying, Hunter, a lot of the girls on the senior girls team this year are grade 9 players who played really well and excelled in middle school ball last year. So you see, it really is a stepping stone.
Truly is.
Here are the Coyotes in the offensive zone, but they can't make anything out of it.
You're hearing some chants from the crowd too. Really, it's really packed out today.
Yeah, you love to see that energy, especially at the start of the season. A lot of excitement around this team, and I think for good measure. Or for good reason, rather.
Looks like they're leading, but hey, there is still a chance for the Coyotes here.
Yep. You don't want to take your foot off the gas. You got to stay focused here. Keep playing your game. It's been scoreless for a little while. Almost halfway through the quarter, the only points are a couple of points from Summer Brewer right at the beginning of the half, or the quarter rather, for the Coyotes. As Gabby Palmer is going to check back into the game, as well as a few others for the Coyotes. We've got number 23, Peyton Daigle, number 13, Ryland Parkinson, and number 17, Brooklyn Brownlow. all hopping in. Oh, here's the 5th one now. Elizabeth Tattersall. Addie Short calling the play. She's putting in from the stack. We'll see which way the girls go. Chloe Cummings breaking out, and she gets open. Nice work by Cummings. Up to 8 points on the evening.
That stack play is so difficult to defend against because sometimes they'd have 2 people going separate directions.
Yep.
But then you got all the people in the stack to focus on. It's really difficult.
It's a real test of focus for your defenders for sure. Because you're right, if you do peel off too early, you leave a couple of really easy passes open right there. As Anna Breed puts up a couple points. She's had a great game so far. Only 4 points on the score sheet, but she's got a couple of great assists as well, some steals, contributing up and down the score sheet as one of the 3 grade 8 players on this squad and one of the 4 veterans. Here she is putting the ball into number 6, Maggie Charters. Over to Cummings, who puts it up. And Chloe Cummings, the second Laker player to hit double digits. As Lakers have woken up a bit here in the second half of this 4th quarter. Here's Tattersall as Breed gets in there. Might be a foul. Yeah, I think it is. Yep, Anna Breed, her 2nd of the evening. Only the 1st in the quarter for the Lakers. Neither team really getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, that's one thing you really got to focus on. You never want to get too many fouls.
Yep, especially the Lakers where they have a shorter bench, especially against the Coyotes with a much longer bench. You could run into some personnel issues if you have some girls unavailable to play. Bit of a melee there, but Anna Breed comes away with it, and she's got an open lane to the net. Shooting, and it's good. Putting some insurance points up on the board now. Lakers up 24-point lead over the Keswick Valley Coyotes. Palmer at the top of the circle has Daigle coming out to help. Daigle pausing for a moment, going to get by the first defender. Circling around, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Short providing the defense. Back up to Palmer. Breed staying with her all the way. And now it's Short coming in. There's a nice steal by Addie Short. Here she comes all alone. Short puts it up and just out gets her own rebound. Up again. And Peyton Daigle takes that over. Double dribble here. Not sure who it was though. Both teams had the ball. Didn't quite catch which team it was, but
I think
we'll
we're
see.
3 quarters into the 4th quarter now.
Yep.
47-23. The Lakers are starting to pull away. I wouldn't say it's over yet, but it's getting close to the end of the game here.
So it's the Lakers with the ball. Haven't heard that one before. It looked like some verbal distraction as well. One of the defenders from Keswick Valley shouting at, I think it was Autumn Greer putting the ball in.
The distraction play. It never fails.
Yeah. Here's Brooke Brewer under the net, and that's good for 2. At least 8 points on the night for her. Possibly 10. Albert looking inside, finds McClune. And McClune guilty of the travel there. I think she had kind of lost her balance on her back foot and had to take an extra step to secure herself. So it's Keswick Valley now, less than 2 minutes to play in the game. They're going to try to put some points on the board, have a few good possessions to close this one out. Brooke Brewer, a little too much mustard on that one. Now here's Autumn Greer, 2-on-1. Got Jerry Albert, but elects to slow things down and falls. We'll see. There's a foul called from behind the play.
There's definitely been more fouls and violations called. It's definitely really getting aggressive. Everyone wants to get those last few points just to finish off the game on a high note.
Yep. And as the game goes on, you get a little more tired. Your footwork gets a little sloppier. You might be reaching when you should have taken a step. And, yeah, that does tend to happen. No player with more than 2 fouls, though, so I wouldn't worry too much in the last minute and a half of this game.
Yeah, unless you manage to somehow get 3 fouls in a minute and a half, which...
It's not unheard of.
It'd be difficult, though.
A lot of attempts here by the Brewer twins, but just not going. Addie Short finally able to secure the rebound. And almost a 3-on-0. Good hustle by the Coyotes to get back. Greer double teamed. It's stolen away by Aubrey Shaw. Loses it at the sideline though, so Lakers take over in the offensive zone. Here's Greer, and there's the distraction again. Looks for some movement, finds Macklin. Might have worked because I think Greer was calling for some movement. I don't know if her teammates could hear her.
Well, it's like an odd play, but I guess if it works, it works.
And Abby Short finishing that one off. It may have worked in the short term, but Short making short work of that one. Here's Summer Brewer coming around, taking the scenic route to put that one in. Can't quite get it though. Maggie Charters enveloped in blue jerseys there and manages to hang on enough to cause a jump ball. It's pretty good if you're surrounded by 4 defenders, or 4 opponents rather. Here's Brooke Brewer looking to put the ball in. Finds her twin sister Summer. Summer from just outside the key. Gets her own rebound, turns and shoots. Still no good. Palmer from under the net, but Short reaching up, and I think there's a reach on a hand there. I think that's going against Greer. Nope, number 1, Addie Short. Her first foul. And this will send Gabby Palmer to the line. So I believe 0 for 2.
Just a couple foul shots in the last few seconds of the game. They could get in the 30s, make it a within 10-point game, or not quite, but very close. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, she got one more attempt here. Short and Charters ready to secure the rebound for the Lakers, but it's not necessary. Gabby Palmer with the low foul shot. Now a steal. Looking to put another couple points on the board. Nice steal. Good work by Brooke Brewer.
They're fighting to win this game.
Yeah, play to the last minute. You love to see it.
They have quite a bit of a deficit to cover, but it's not going to happen.
I think some of the points on the scoreboard might have gone the wrong way there accidentally, but either way, Lakers come ahead, and a great start to the season for the middle school girls as they take this one over the Keswick Valley Coyotes. I believe the final score is 49-28. Big thanks yet again to our minor officials, Holly Henry, Heath Henry, Maddie Giggy, and both Mike Fletcher and Connor Pepin were helping there eventually. Big thanks to everyone up here in the booth as well. Michael Breed was working the scoreboard, Silas Whitehall on the camera, Kevin Sheffers-Roy at the console position, Hunter Kaluski on the microphone as well. And just before we go, we're going to run that ad from Scott Pierce one more time. Reminder, if you are interested in becoming a sponsor, check out that video description. My contact information is there. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully we'll catch you here in the David McMullen Gymnasium, or if not, tuning in on Friday for the Senior Girls Tip-Off Tournament. And enjoy the ad, and we'll see you on Friday.
Harvey takes the lead with 9 seconds left. This game isn't over just yet. Luke with the rebound. 6 seconds left. Now 5, 4, 3. He goes in. Ryan down.
Dad, I think it's time I get my own house.